Spaces for. Is Breezy there?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yes, I'm finally here.
Hey,
No, this is the
how are you
Evaverse,
guys?
Battlebound, Twitter Spaces,
Oh, yeah, doing pretty good, doing pretty good.
and I'm just going to stream it for
Great, great.
everybody.
Yo, what's up, Blizzy?
It also provide as a replay for everybody
Hey,
too.
hey,
So
hey.
I'm just going to chill and
All right. So
let everybody
I'll
listen in.
introduce the
Peace.
speakers for those of you that don't know, and then we'll just kind of jump into it. And so Cora is our Discord manager. He's been in the community for quite a while. I'll let you give a little intro, and you can talk about maybe how you found the Evaverse and what your experience been like so far. And then we'll kind of just go down the line.
Yeah, so I guess I've been here in Evaverse like since the beginning, even before the first Arrivals collection was launched. And yeah, I guess I found out about Evaverse in a tweet, on Twitter, I guess. And since then, I've been here. I've been helping the community, and man, I love it. And I'm really excited for the Evaverse and what is to come, in the future. I really love it, and I'm really honored to be among you here and among our community. It's like one of the best communities out there. That I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I love you guys, and I love everyone here.
Oh, thanks, Cora. We love you too, man. We're super honored that you're here as well, and that you've been such a massive help with the community and just structuring things, and um, also people might not know, but like helping out with our social media and taking some of the work off of us so that we can actually to focus on building more of the product and things like that and scaling. So it's been massively helpful. So thanks. And all right. Breezy, I'll let you do an introduction as well.
Yeah, so similar to Kuro, I've been here since like probably the first 50 odd people. Everything's changed since then. I remember at the start, we had like a little room and it was like some mini games, and now we have like the whole hoverboard ecosystem and so much more on the horizon. And it's just I found the Evaverse through just like a random tweet, just one day sorting by latest on hashtag NFT posts. And man, things would have been very different if I didn't find it back then. So I guess I'm just very excited to be part of the project. I help with like some of the Discord stuff, some of the just general community stuff. And like her, I'm very excited for the future of the Eververse as well as Battlebound, and I hope you guys are too.
Thanks, Breezy. Yeah, we're super pumped about you being here too, and you've been a massive help as well. And so it's awesome to have you two here and on our very first Twitter space too. So, but all right, Super Mayu, I'll let you do an intro. I think some people might know you from the Evaverse devs Discord tag, but yeah, just go ahead and just share a little bit more about maybe your experience, and I'll do my experience as well a little bit. But starting tomorrow, we're actually going to be fully doxxed, which a lot of people have been looking forward to in a while. So, yeah, we'll be able to share entirely everything we've been up to and so much more. And so that's why we're really pumped for to tomorrow's announcement. But go ahead, Super Mayu.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, super excited to be here. I've joined the team a couple weeks, maybe months or more ago, and I'm so excited for everything that the team has put together before I joined and everything that we're going to put together in the months and years to come. It's going to be an amazing ride, and so happy to have joined this kind of community that's there. Like I've been in the games industry for over 15 years, and I've been a part of many different gaming communities, and I'm pretty new to the NFT space, but just seeing the support and the hype and the excitement that everyone has and the positivity is really amazing, and can't wait to share more with all of you.
Awesome. Thanks, Mayu. And probably should have introduced myself, but I'm Deimos, CEO and founder of Evaverse and Battlebound, and the announcement giver of the Evaverse Discord. And yeah, I've been working on this company in the game for over a year now, and so it's like there's been so much that's gone into it, even pre-Evaverse, that is now coming to fruition, and so it's like I'm beyond pumped to be what almost feels like a finish line, but in reality, it's actually the starting line. So we're literally just getting started, and like the Evaverse is going to continue to grow and expand, and we're bringing on some incredible partners that are going to really allow us to hit the gas and scale up and deliver on all the roadmap features and everything coming in the white paper that we're spent so much time thinking about and planning for. So with that being said, yeah, I do want to talk a little bit about Battlebound. What is it? How it relates to the Evaverse. Give a little more context on the announcement. And then, yeah, let you all know we're actually planning another Twitter space on Friday post-announcement from the Battlebound account. Because there's so many new people that are following Battlebound that are super pumped that maybe haven't made the connection yet between Evaverse and Battlebound. And so that's going to be really apparent after tomorrow. And so we want to kind of bridge those two communities together. And so we have some exciting plans for how to do that. But yeah, Battlebound is our play-to-earn games company. And so, when we launched the Evaverse, we did it anonymously just because our team was very just focused on building the product, and we hadn't really done anything in the NFT space before. We wanted to move fast. We wanted to just to have a little bit of space to learn and grow. And the idea was that we were going to announce our company and dox ourselves when the time made sense. And so we wanted to pair that with our fundraise announcement and our partner announcement. And yeah, it's taken till now to really put together like just what I feel like is the perfect team. Like the partners that we're bringing on, like I'm beyond thrilled to share with you all. We're really have taken the time to set ourselves up for success with everything that we've built leading into this. And so, yeah, Battlebound was always the vision for how this all wraps up together. And the Evaverse is Battlebound's metaverse game. And so wherever Battlebound goes and whatever games that we build, the Evaverse is going to be our metaverse world that's going to connect everything together. And so first arrivals holders are first-class citizens in the Evaverse, in our metaverse world, and they always have been, and they always will be. And so the way we're structuring this really opens us up to like doing really cool and creative things for the Evaverse and how that platform grows and interacts with other communities and other collections, and just bringing people in to our metaverse world that can continue to grow. And the focus is still on gaming, gameplay experiences, building quality products that players play because they love playing the games and they're having fun playing it. And that's really how we approach building games for everything at Battlebound. It's like Super Mario mentioned, we all have 10, 15 years of gaming experience. You've seen the games on our bio on the Battlebound website, League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, Angry Birds, Hyperscape, Guild Wars 2. And there's some other ones on there as well. But, Overwatch 2. And so it's like we've always been making games for players. We've always focused on the gaming experience. And so that doesn't change whether or not the blockchain's part of it, whether or not there are NFTs present. And so that's our core focus. And we really view the blockchain technology and NFT ownership is like a really cool and creative opportunity for us as developers to engage more closely with our community and build alongside them like we have been doing in the Evaverse over the last 7 months. all of our products are going to be built that way. We want to engage all of you as players and community members. You're so important to the journey we're on. And at the end of the day, it's because of you that we're even here making games. Like, we make them to be played, we make them for you all to experience. And so if we're not making them for you, then we're not making them correctly. So yeah, that's sort of the thesis for Battlebound and how this all wraps up together. And so tomorrow morning, we're gonna have a huge announcement. We're gonna introduce our founding team. You can still call me Deimos, but you'll know who I am by then. Everyone's experience. We're going to talk about what's upcoming for the Battlebound roadmap, what that means for the Evaverse, and how that kind of all ties together, and introduce our partners and VC funding and the injection of capital that we're going to use to scale our game studio. So, but yeah, that's where it's going. I think, I know we want to like kind of open this up for some questions, but if Cora, Breezy, if you had any context or thoughts, or Super Mario, about any of that you want to fill in anything that I missed, feel free and go ahead.
No, I think the phrase, for gamers by people that know games is, the thing you guys have always gone for. And it shows in the fact we've gone for product first before anything. And you hear it from everyone. The moment they load into Evaverse, they're playing the game because the game's fun. And yeah, I mean, obviously we'll keep striving towards that. And it's very exciting to actually have an enjoyable game in the NFT space.
Yeah, maybe I can just add, during the interview process, and part of why I decided to join this team was precisely that. I've been working with free-to-play for 15 years. I know, free-to-play is obviously not the same as play-to-earn, but, there's good and bad experiences there. And we really want to focus on creating games where you're there for the game. You're not there because you're speculating on something. You're there because you want to play the game. And then the play to earn economy and the true ownership of the assets, etc., that's just the cherry on top of what we're trying to build. And additionally, we really believe in involving the community, obviously doing things like this Twitter space and other sort of community events. We are making the games for you guys, as Deimos said, and we want to really get your feedback, make sure that what we're building is what you guys want, and take it from there. So yeah.
Yeah, so what I really like about Evaverse is that we managed to build such a good and solid community around the game with no marketing at all. I mean, the game speaks for itself. I mean, and I love the fact that Deimos, you and Edgar and the other devs are really focused on the game first, and then on the hype and marketing and all that. I mean, that's solid.
Yeah, thanks, Cora. I appreciate that, and it's great to see it pay off, because I feel like we've really built a strong foundation of people that are in the space and in the community for the right reasons. And so, I think we've set ourselves up really well to now scale, and the amount of hype that we're seeing around Battlebound is a testament, I think, to the amount of the how fast we're gonna grow. I think when we really hit the gas on everything. So yeah, it's really exciting. I want to, I guess, ask. You all are pretty familiar with our roadmap and the white paper, and we have a couple things in the works. We're working on the token and introducing the token economy into the play-to-earn game. For the Evaverse, we're also working on second arrivals, and we've been tossing around some ideas for a weapons collection, because I think we're all pretty aligned that upgrading the version of Tag into a full-on shooter game mode with weapon NFTs is super exciting, and so we have that in the works. But what of those three are you most excited about?
I mean,
That's
me
open.
personally. Oh, sorry, go on, B. Go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh man, like personally, if there was like a a little shooter in the works, I'd be most excited for that. I was one of those guys that grew up with the likes of Call of Duty, and then I played Apex for like hours on end. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if anything, I'd be excited for a shooter if that's in the works.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. I think just expanding on what the Evaverse is right now is super exciting. I mean, it's so fun already what's there, but we have so much more that we want to do with that space, and it's just growing. So that's super exciting, and just adding content, adding different game modes, adding different NFT collections. I'm super hyped for that.
Yeah, so I agree with Breezy and Mayu, but also I'm very excited about the land. I mean, I'm looking at the white paper right now, and it's hype. I mean, I don't know, having the ability to own land in the Eververse, and then I don't know, create arenas or anything like that, and earn a percentage of tickets that players earn on your land. That's really awesome, and that's I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, it's like as I was talking and as you guys were answering, I realized there's like other whole features that I didn't even mention, like turtle racing and the slot machines, and it's like we do have a lot in the works, and I'm super thrilled about just how everything comes together. And I've probably mentioned this before, but like the vision for the Avaverse is to create this super fun, immersive place that's just like the most fun place to go and earn online with your friends. And like everything's cooperative, it's meant to be played with friends, and you can kind of pick and choose the kind of games you want to play and build, or the play and experience, and then eventually be able to mix and match and play different games together, whether it's the shooting game, or hoverboard racing on with the weapons, or with the turtles. And so everything's designed to be composable eventually, and then land is going to support that entire ecosystem. And we have some actually pretty flushed out designs for how land integrates into the world. We'll be sharing them at some point in the future, but it's tied very closely to the earning economy, and I'm pretty confident we're doing some things that no other products have done with land yet. And so it's pretty innovative, and it's going to be really exciting, and it's just going to support this play to earn world that we're building out with the Avaverse across all the different mini games and NFT collections. But yeah, I think, like, do we want to like open up for some of the community, jump in and ask questions? Like, I think that could be a cool next step.
Yeah, we can do that. So if
covered.
anyone wants to speak and ask questions, raise your hand.
Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me.
Hey, Zekar.
This is
Yep.
Shecha, your longtime supporter. I want to congratulate all of you for taking the time and actually doing this AMA for us. I'm super excited for what's to come tomorrow. I just wanted to ask you really, really politely, why did our Discord roles change? So I've noticed that somebody is a vice admiral, others are admirals. Does that incline or imply that there's some kind of a fleet coming, starships possibly?
Okay, that's on me. It was just part of a mini Discord rank we work. It was more in line with the Evaverse at the time, but as the Discord is currently being rearranged, which I'm just testing some things with naming. So it's a break a bubble there, but no confirmation on starships.
Okay.
At all.
Thanks, Breezy. Thank you so much. Well, that was my question, and I'm gonna go hide in the corner now.
Thanks, Secker. I'm glad you're here. I know you're a longtime supporter,
Yeah.
and you and I have had a number of chats
Oh yeah, we
in
have. Yeah.
DM over the past 7 months, and
I'd
so
say almost 8.
appreciate you
Yeah,
being here. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, the whole time. So
It's been a great
appreciate the
time.
support. Oh, as always.
No, I appreciate you more. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, right.
So Z Fusion is next. If you're here.
Yo, what's up, guys? You guys probably remember me in your Discord. 'Cause I had the little snafu with your hoverboard purchase, but I was more than happy that eventually I got it. I've been supporting your project, by the way, from the beginning. I don't actually have an Ava yet. My buddy Bucko, he's a part of your moderator team. He introduced me to your project from the beginning. And I want to say, by the way, thank you so much for producing such a high quality product from the beginning. You guys, your NFTs are 3D. They come with a video. Then you guys decided to come out with the turtles. They look amazing. And then you guys decided to airdrop free NFTs to every holder. The hoverboards, like the ideas that you guys come up with, man, are amazing. And so I finally decided to jump in. And so at the moment, I hold 2 hoverboards. I've been playing your game. I love your guys' game, man. I love the community that's on the game. There's a few guys that's on here right now. Sandy and Abel, they're listeners right now. I'm pretty sure they'll probably come up and speak too. I met those guys inside of your game, and we were just casually talking. Little did I know, like those are some of the biggest community members within your project. And I had to come up here and speak, man. It was no way I was gonna not sit by, and listen. And I didn't even know this was your first Twitter space, man. I hope you guys host more of these. I'm really active on these Twitter spaces now. I'm actually I actually got promoted to a community manager within my own project. So I just want to say, I thank you guys for hosting these, and I hope that you do more. And I'm pretty sure that everybody in your community appreciate everything, and I mean everything that you guys are doing for us. Um, and I'll definitely be sitting here waiting in your Discord, waiting on this announcement, bro. Because I know it's some big stuff coming, man. I can't wait. And one last thing before I go back on mute. The guy mentioned 2 things. He mentioned something about like the upcoming shooter, and then you responded with him about you're creating a place where all these different projects, and you're gonna have these mini games. I got 2 things on that. One thing, I love how you guys are incorporating different projects. You can come in right now with I believe it's like an abominable snowman or some sort, and then an alien boy, and you can currently race on your hoverboards in that game. I think that's a great idea to continue to reach out and make partnerships with other projects. And then the second thing is I'm a big RPG fan. So I would love to see some type of RPG elements be incorporated in the future if you're looking to make like multiple mini games, as you said. So thank you guys for having me here, and I'll put myself on mute.
Thanks, Efusion. Super pumped you're here, and congrats on your mod promotion. I love that you have 2 hoverboards and you met some really cool people in the community. I think that's awesome. And at the end of the day, I mean, that's why we're here doing this for things like that. So thanks, man.
Yeah, and just without giving away too much, I think we have quite a few RPG fans on the team. So yeah, I mean, that's all I'm gonna say about that right now.
Love it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, so Crypto Gamer, you're next.
Yo, Crypto Gamer here. First of all, thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done so far. every day I get excited to hop into the Evaverse. So thank you guys, especially the community mods. You guys do a great job. My question for you, Deimos, or anyone that can answer, if you guys could provide a quick update on the development of the tokenomics. It'd be great to hear you guys talk on that real quick. Also maybe mention like some hurdles that you guys are trying to overcome with that. I know a few months ago you guys mentioned that regulatory issues were kind of popping up. So maybe if you could just speak on that a little bit, I think that would fire us up a bit.
Yeah, sure. I can definitely speak to that. It's like the most pressing part of the Averse project that we're pushing on, that we're working on. It's one of the most important, and it's key that we do it right. By right, I mean like scalably, sustainably, in a way that rewards the community, but also provides longevity and growth to the game. And so, part of this partner announcement that we're doing is like we're bringing on people in the space that have a massive amount of experience, some of them building some of the biggest token models in the play to earn gaming space already. And so we've done, and Super Mario and I, we've done a lot of work on the game design side. Like we know exactly how it layers into the economy, but there's still a lot of work on the structuring, legal side, and partnership side that needs to take place. There's sort of like an order of operations in order, because we're all US based, the company's US based, and there's a spectrum of sort of ways that you have to navigate this in order to do it right, and it takes time. And so we're more in the aspect of this that we're navigating to do this from like a legal framework and like crafting the right documents, contracts, and things like that to bring our partners on to help us amplify and empower us to deliver an exceptional product, because that's what we want to do with this. When everything that we do, we aim to be exceptional and to add value to our community, and so that's the goal. We have a pretty strong idea, a really strong idea of what it looks like on the game side, and so it's more about structuring that in a way that is going to support the game long term, and that's what still we're working through, and it's going to take time.
Awesome. I appreciate you answering that. And before I turn it over, I just got to say one other thing. I think the most slept on thing about Evaverse 2 is that you guys dropped a fully playable mobile teaser back in January. I mean, I can only imagine that's got to be pretty close to being ready. But anyways, thank you guys for your time. Appreciate it. I'm super grateful to be a part of the journey.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm super grateful for you being here. You're like such a hype Twitter person. I've been really appreciative of all your support ever since I think you made your Twitter account and we got introduced that way. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Crypto Gamer. So next is Pluto.
Yo. Yeah, I'm not gonna go all fanboy. You guys know you guys are doing a good job, so thank you for that. I'll just keep it quick, Deimos. This might be something that you'll bring up maybe tomorrow in the announcement, but you guys are teasing a whitelist for Battlebound. Can you discuss maybe or tease a little bit what the whitelist entails, and will that be given to Evaverse holders? Will we be rewarded for our participation over the last, however many months with a sort of whitelist spot?
Yeah, that's a great question, and we have been teasing a whitelist, and we're working on what I've been calling the journey to whitelist, which we're going to be unveiling in the next days and weeks. It's going to be an ongoing process. We're still working through a lot of the details, but in the spirit of everything that we do to bring value to our community and respect the community members that have been here since the beginning, I'll say what the Evaverse first arrival holders have is better than a whitelist spot, and we'll be able to share more details about that in the future. So hopefully that answers your question.
Appreciate that, Deimos. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you, Pluto. So actually we have board Elon Musk here. So
Hey,
yeah,
Boyd.
I know that you hold some Evas in your wallet. So if you can, I don't know, ask us any questions, anything you have in your mind.
Sure. Thanks for the invite up to speak. And I'll note that last week I was at GDC, the Game Developers Conference, and Battlebound got mentioned to me twice. So good for you guys for getting the word spread.
That's awesome.
So I guess related to that, it was pretty refreshing to be there with a lot of game developers and really just talking about this space in particular, and hearing a lot more conversations and language around the games themselves, the development, and sort of. I've been thinking a lot about game-focused language and trying to move away the blockchain gaming space around talking too much about sort of the financialization elements of it, because that's not as attractive to kind of the broader gaming community. And I noticed in how you guys talk about yourselves, just kind of going through your Twitter, you've used the terminology play to earn and play and earn somewhat maybe interchangeably, or you've used both of them. But curious just to kind of get your guys' perspective on that really important word of to and kind of how you're seeing that description apply to your game. Because I think that for me, it's really important for us to just drive back to gameplay and away from sort of the monetary elements of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a super great point, great observation. I'm honored. I was actually at GDC, so it would have been great to meet if had I known that you were there too.
Sorry, next year we'll do it.
Yeah, next year, yeah. But that's awesome that you heard about Battlebound there. Super cool, and we're stoked that you're here. And you brought up a really great point. I think as crypto games and blockchain games evolve, I think they're going to kind of evolve away from this play to earn model and more play and earn, or another form of language that really encapsulates the fact that for this model to succeed, like, players need to be playing games that they love. And so that's some of the language that you'll be hearing when we launch the full Battlebound website, is that we are building games for players to share in the outcome and the success of the games they're playing that they love, of their favorite games. And the reason why players should play Battlebound's games is because they love those games, because they're best in class, best in genre gaming experiences, whether that's on chain or off the chain. And then everything else just enhances the ownership model and the involvement and proximity at which players and developers can build an experience together. And so I totally agree. I think play to earn is kind of how it started, and even the larger games in the space that have kind of evolved through that model are going to look to transition to a more engaging model where players are spending their time and energy in games that they love, and that's where they're going to see the value from, and that's going to be the solution for building sustainable games. Because at the end of the day, if you're just playing the best game with your friends, and that's the most fun way to play, then the amount of speculation or the amount of extraction in the economy really doesn't matter as much. And you're there because it's the coolest game that's on the market, and that's where you want to be. And that's how we're positioning Battlebound and creating the gaming experiences for our players with Evaverse and everything else that we'll have in the future. But yeah, it's a good observation.
And maybe just to add, I think that's a great point. And I think part of the maybe some of the negative commentary around blockchain gaming that you see in the mainstream media, etc., really has its root in that sort of element where the focus has been too much on just the to earn part of the whole experience. And you can say your game is play to earn, but if you're making 10 cents on the hour or whatever, that's not really the point, and that's not really what we're trying to do. We're really trying to, we're all gamers, we all are passionate about making good games, And we want to really explore the NFT and blockchain space in terms of how they can enhance the actual games experience. And we're just a bunch of people that love games, but the only way that we're really going to achieve that and get to where we want is to keep this conversation open, be transparent. We're not claiming that we know everything, but we have the best interest of the community and obviously the company and growth in mind. And so that's where we want to take it. And it's so great to have people like you guys that are involved, that are happy to share your opinion and your feedback and support us. So thank you for that.
Awesome, great context, Myron. That was wonderful. All right,
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead.
Thank you, board. So next is Sandy.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys. Really pumped to be up here. And, just seeing the growth of this community has been amazing for me. And I know a lot of other people in this project. Shout out to the Eva team for putting this on. I think, you guys are the most transparent community, and, being a part of something like this, for the last, 6 months or so has been something really special to me, and, makes me want to keep working hard and, being a part of this community. So shout out to you guys. My question is, on the social gaming side, and I think that's one of the best parts of the project. Like when I talked to a lot of the other managers, in our space a couple of weeks ago, that was a huge topic. And I think you guys are a socially immersive game, and where people come and hang out, and it's more than just playing and earning, right? So maybe Deimos, if you could expand on the social side of the game, like what other implementations from a social side or, on the roadmap, or, what should the community look forward to from a social aspect of the game?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And we want to really encourage the social systems that are unique for players, but also I think NFT holders and collectors as well. And that's why we've done things like having the billboards in the game. So there's no tangible benefit from interacting with those, or being able to add any NFT that you own on OpenSea and use it as a sticker in the game. It's these are social things that bring people together, that get them talking and can talk about their collections of NFTs that they're very, very passionate about. And so we want to continue to drill down on some of these systems that allow players to show off the things that they're proud of and that they've owned and they've earned. And so I think a lot of that is social status in game, adding more features for Celestials, more features for Zenith characters that are unique and different. And so that give people a deeper sense of ownership for the assets that they already love. And then as far as the gameplay side, we want things to be fun and inviting, and the whole kind of overarching lore or story behind the Evaverse is it's a sentient AI that has built this world for players as a gift. And so all these games are designed to invite people in to spend time playing them. And so cooperative gameplay that's casual but fun, that has that element of competition. And I think hoverboard racing kind of hits that sweet spot where, some people have spent thousands and thousands of races perfecting it and finding the right routes, and it has that competitive edge. But it's also fun for people that have a free board, that have never even bought an NFT, and they can jump in and they can still compete and do well. Because of the way the hazards work and the way the routes work, and they're able to have a good time. And so we want to continue to build out those systems across, and they'll look different in probably each of the gameplay systems that we build and the mini games that we create. But the core thesis of having that fun social experience that brings people together is at the root of all the decisions that we make as developers.
And maybe
That's
just
awesome.
maybe just to add, part of this philosophy that we really want this to be a social experience ties into the fact that the entry point for all of our games is always going to be free, because we know that not everyone has the means, not everyone wants to, but we want to allow everyone to be able to participate and enjoy the experiences within the Evaverse and future titles. So that's part of, we believe that that's important to actually build a solid, community and social foundation. And then on the game design side of things, we're big believers in, more formalized social structures within the game. So that's guilds, whatever you want to call it, but you can already sort of loan out your NFTs, but we want to expand on that a lot and give players and guilds really meaningful ways to interact and progress together. So there's a lot of stuff coming for sure.
Yeah, and just like kind of finishing off what I was saying is like outside of the game as well, like in the Discord and on social media, like the amount of positivity of this project has really drawn me into it. And I know a lot of the people are about to speak after me will probably say the same thing, but Deimos and team, I just want to shout you guys out for doing such an amazing job, collecting feedback, talking to the community. Like we always talk about you guys playing with us in the game. Like you don't really see that anywhere else. And that's something that really has resulted in me investing a lot of my time into this project. And, you guys just keep crushing it, and so proud to be here and just happy with everything going on. So keep the great work, and, thanks for having me up, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you. So yeah, Deimos, I think we can take a few more questions, right?
Yeah, we can take a few more.
Okay. So Peyton, if you're here, you can speak.
Thank you so much for having me up here. Question for just the team. The way that gaming sometimes happens when it comes to GameFi is like pricing out like the retail investor and the gamer, because like investors come in and like buy out like land in the sandbox or anything like that. And I know you kind of touched on that just a little bit, but in terms of making it free and stuff like that, but is there still an opportunity for the retail investor or the gamer that's going to be the lifeblood of your system to be able to kind of have a share, have a piece? And how are you guys going to make that available for the gamer and retail investor?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And that's with our economy and the way we're structuring it, we're really thinking about how to balance respecting current holders and people that have been in the community a long time that might be in a more privileged position. And I think that would also apply to big guilds or kind of what you're talking about. I've seen in other projects with against new players that just come into the space a little bit later. And we don't want them to feel left behind or unable to participate. And so with our future drops, and I'll say second arrivals specifically, we're designing them in such a way that it's going to keep the game accessible as it scales for just the retail players. And though there should always be a low entry point when you're ready to move from free to play playing into an NFT ownership. And so it's really important for us that that the game can scale and we can bring in new players. And so that is at the kind of core of a lot of the design decisions that we're making when it comes to the token launch and the future NFT collections. And I'm sure Mayu probably has more to add from the game design side. But yeah, it is really important to us, and we'll ensure that the game can scale accessibly for everyone.
Yeah, honestly, that's a super interesting challenge to do, and obviously it's very unique to blockchain gaming, where you could have people interested in your game that potentially will never play the game, and they're just sort of interacting via the NFTs and blockchain. We obviously want to encourage as many people as possible to play the game, but we realize that that's just something that's going to happen, and that's super exciting part of this whole process. One thing that I really believe in is to sort of allow people to share the wealth. So obviously some people will invest and will have land and will have all these awesome things, but we want to encourage and allow people to sort of share in that. And the cool thing about blockchain gaming is that while some people might be happy to share just for the good karma that they're putting out into the universe, others want to get a little bit in return for that. So, and the really amazing thing about blockchain and NFTs is that we can do that, right? We can allow you retail players to share your wealth and get something in return. So we're definitely looking at that, and it's a really important balance for us to maintain.
Awesome, thank you. And if you guys don't mind, just a follow-up question on that in terms of like, I know in your guys' white paper it has you like user-generated tools as well, and just like making maps and all that stuff. And I find that like it's going to be amazing to see like maybe a derivative product come out of Evaverse, like Dota 2 or like DayZ or like Arma. And just, are you guys maybe like going towards, like, I know the level editor is on your white paper, but maybe going into maybe a higher version of user generated tools, or is it kind of just sticking to level design?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I'll say the level editor and that aspect of what we're designing is still pretty far out on the roadmap. And so whatever it is right now, or the way we're thinking about it now, will probably change as we spend more cycles like polishing it up. But the idea is that it ties very closely into the earning economy and the ability for players to play these different mini games. We want them to be able to craft not just the arenas or the worlds that the mini games are in, but also the rules and the types of games that can be generated. So if you think about this, the Evaverse is this, modular world with all these different games, from shooting to hoverboard racing to turtle racing to star fighting or whatever it is. Like, you can now mix and match and bring these different games together in a way that suits the world that you built. And then you can sort of elevate that experience more professionally into like a more competitive league-like structure that ties into the earning economy. So that's how we're thinking about it now. But like I said, it's still pretty far off on our roadmap, and so our thinking about it could evolve as we get closer to building out those systems.
No, I love it. Can't wait. Just like think of like Griffball and Perfection and Halo. I just can't wait for that. Just that's what kind of came to my mind when you were talking about that. So love it. That's all my questions. Thank you so much, and always being open for the community. I know that me and you have had DMs and to address some of the concerns that I've had, and you've been very open with it. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you, and thank you for your support and the video content you've made so far.
Thank you, Peter. So, Abel, if you're here, you can speak with us.
Gentlemen, congratulations, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Abel. Hey, managers, mods, admins, community, great job. Congratulations. If we were all at a bar right now, I'd be buying everyone a beer. Thank you. Awesome experience I've had here since I believe I got in around October. But just wanted to say thank you. I do have one question for Deimos. For the people playing Evaverse now, the gamers, what's the next steps? What can they look forward to in the short term as far as in-game for what's coming next to the project? What things are you guys really grinding on right now, working on to provide for the Evaverse player, and then in the short term coming up here? Thank you.
Yeah, well, love that you're here, man. We've had some awesome times racing together, and I always appreciate spending time with you in game. So it's great that you're here. As far as what's coming up, we have the slot machine and the badges on the radar. That's our next feature that we're looking to have in. We're working on it now, pretty substantially, and I would say maybe within a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, pending polish and bug fixing and everything. It's like, as the game grows, and you've probably noticed this, like when we first started out, it was a lot scrappier. There were a lot less systems. We could iterate much more faster. As the game grows and our player counts grows, and now we have around like maybe 350 concurrent players at any given time, like patching the servers, and like the amount of QA we need to do is a lot greater now, and so it means that we're release features more slowly, and we need to put more thought into the implications of everything that we build. And so the slot machine is definitely coming up. We're really excited about it. The personality and the animations that we built in there, and we want to get badges in people's hands. And we're working on some really cool ways of giving players a little bit more of a choice of how they want to spend their tickets and their badges, and how that leads into the earning economy. And so we'll be unveiling some new features around that as well. But yeah, like I mentioned previously, like the token economy is top of mind and our biggest next bet that we're working on getting in as soon as possible as well. So.
No, thanks, Daniels. Great answer. Follow up to that, what would be your ideal first thing that Evaverse players would be able to spend those tickets or badges on in game if you had your way with it?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at some basically prestige type items that are non-transferable, that players have the ability to show off the amount of tickets or earning that they've done in the Evaverse with a unique type of asset in the Evaverse game. It's still like pretty loose, so I can't give too many details, but basically give people an option that if they don't want to cash directly out for the token to extract it, they have other ways that they can spend. And a lot of this is up in the air, so it's like I think Mayu and I will be jamming on this as the weeks go, but I can't promise anything for sure, but it's something that's important to us.
Hey guys, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, Abel.
Thanks for coming on, Abel.
Thank you. So Celestial Moon, you're next.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to echo everyone's thoughts. Super proud to be a part of this community. I know we don't have much time, so I'll keep it quick. Damos, what plans do you guys have for the lending system? I think, one of the coolest parts about this game is for us who own multiple NFTs is to be able to lend them out to other people who might not have access to them. Do you see the future plans more as guild building, or will we sort of move into more of an auto lending system in the future?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll probably let Mayu chime in here in a minute. But we're definitely, the lending system we have in game now, we're going to continue to expand that. We've done a lot of work and we're proud of it, and we're proud of the use and the value it's brought people. But we want to eventually move sort of those features into in-game, so it's not necessarily done through the website, and you can lend very easily with the people you interact with. And I think that's another example of how we make the game more social and bring some of these features so that you can do them in-game. But we do want to tie it very closely to the guild system that we are going to be building out, and we have some really fun and exciting plans for that moving forward as we move to launch the actual earning economy on-chain in-game.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, what can we say? Yeah, we, as Damo said, we want to make this a fundamental part of the guild system and game. We want to make sure that the right quality of life features are implemented for that. I know for people that hold a lot of assets, it can be sometimes a bit of a pain to micromanage everything. So we want to make it really easy, convenient. We want to give guild leaders and guild officers enough sort of options to control, who can get what and for how long and how much you want to earn, etc. So we're really looking to expand on the foundation that we have right now, but as we're thinking right now, it will be a core part of the guild system and game.
Awesome. Really appreciate it, guys, and looking forward to tomorrow.
Yep, awesome. Thank you. We can probably do one more quick question before we close out.
All right, so let me see. Claire, can you hear us?
I can. Unfortunately, the timing of this wasn't the best. I just have a quick little, since we're airdropping NFTs, what's the safety with that? Do they send announcements saying that this is legitimately who it's supposed to be?
So we airdropped hoverboards to our community, and that was done on the Polygon network. And we sort of looked at all the addresses of owners of First Arrivals collection on the main network, and you just use those addresses to populate the airdrop. And because it's done in this way, it shows up in the hidden tab of OpenSea. And
so it's
for everyone.
So they're only being airdropped to OpenSeas.
They're being airdropped on the Polygon network, which is compatible with OpenSea.
Okay.
So you'll be able to look at the hidden tab of your account and see the hoverboards there. And then, there is some due diligence about looking at the collection. You want to make sure that the floor price, the number of owners, the volume traded is, I think it's probably maybe 300 ETH or something by now. But there are fraudulent accounts where people take the assets. But the volume,
Yeah, I've seen that for the majority of the time, which is why I'm more so asking that question. But the ability for people to want to airdrop, let's say through Twitter, is less than none, correct?
Yeah, I don't think it's really done through Twitter, at least not in any way that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's my biggest question. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Claire. All right. Well, that's 11 our time, or PST time. So that's an hour. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to our very first Twitter space. This is fun. It's awesome to get to chat with you all, and I see why people really enjoy doing this. And so we're going to be looking to do this more. And we were going to be doing one Friday from the Battlebound Twitter account to kind of bring these two growing communities together. And so we'll post an announcement about that soon. So keep an eye out. Just thanks everyone. It was awesome chatting with you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for turning up, guys. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
See ya.
Wish I could get on here and ask a question, but I don't know what it is. Something with Twitter desktop. I guess it just doesn't let you be a speaker. Anyway, all right. Thanks to whoever tuned in, and they're doing another one on Friday. I'll probably do the same thing, record it or whatever. Maybe I'll try to hop in and talk, or I'll just record it. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching this one. Later.